You gotta get addicted, bro. The supreme guy here. You gotta get addicted to your craft, bro. You gotta get addicted, bro. We all have addictions. I'm gonna just be honest with you. We all got addictions, bro. Like I feel like a lot of the time we look at things wrong. I look at things wrong. I used to look at working out or going to school or eating right or these things that are considered healthy. Um, I used to look at them as a discipline, and I mean in a way they are a discipline. You need consistency to get to a desired point, but the more as I started to do it, because with me, like I don't know if it's the same with some of y'all. I know some of y'all it is, but I have a very addictive and intense personality. Like if I like something, I get obsessed with it. And I started to notice, like, as time went on with me working out and, me, being a track athlete, me, you know, being in competitions, even with me boxing and sparring and, starting to fall in love with that, I started to notice I really started to fall in love with everything about it. I started to fall in love with that feeling of, if you do 120-meter repeats, if you run track, but if you do 120-meter repeats with 1 minute rest, 2 minute rest. Sorry about that. Yeah, my shit cut out. But if you doing 120-meter repeats with 2 minute rest, the first ever time you do that, if you not fit, you're gonna throw up. If you are not in shape, you're gonna end up throwing up because your body is not used to it. And it's not even about your body sometimes, it's about your mind. You know what I'm saying? Your mind is not used to the intensity of running for that much. You're doing that 6 times or 7 times, 2 minute rest, back to back to back to back. And at 90%, bro, if you know, bro, it's difficult, bro. That shit's gonna make you throw up. But along the way, not after, maybe like 1 week or 2 weeks, but I'm talking about like after 7 months or a year or 2 years, after a while, you really start to like, damn, you'll just go to the track and you'll look forward to it. With me, I used to be, addicted to, substances, I'm not even gonna get into that yet, but um, I used to be addicted to different, drugs. And when I transmuted the energy from doing that to something else, it was damn near the same thing. Like, eventually, as I kept on running, kept on doing track, you know, I started to really feel like, when I do 120-meter repeats now, I feel like I'm getting high. It's still the same pain, even though I'm a little more in shape, I'm still getting better, obviously, but I'm a little bit more in shape, so I can do those now without throwing up or whatever. I never threw up, by the way. I always felt nauseous, but I never threw up. But as you go on with it, you really start to look forward to that. You really will think to yourself like, damn, like now when I do this workout and I get done with the 120 meters, it's not even about, oh, I achieved something. It's like I literally feel high. No cap. I'll get done doing the 120-meter repeat and I'll feel like shit. I feel like I'm floating. Yeah, word of bro. I feel like I'm floating. You know, and it's so interesting to me because, bro, I remember, bro, it never used to be like that, bro. I used to, when I first started track, yeah, I started track because I wanted to, have some sort of escape, but when I first started track, like those workouts was killing me. But as I got on and I kept on going and I kept on going and I kept on going, I just started to think to myself like, yo, I'm starting to enjoy this. I'm really starting to feel like something more. And to be honest, it was when I got my first medal. Like, hold on. It was when I got my first medal that I started to feel something more within myself. You know, when I first got this medal, this was a 4x1 relay. I remember nobody believed, because mind you, I was the only one that believed in me. You know what I'm saying? So when I got this medal, to me, like, I'm the type of person where I won't feel overly accomplished about, getting something like this until weeks after, because to me, it's like it was my duty to achieve it. You get what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't something that, yeah, I worked hard towards it, but it was something to me like I was supposed to get this. You know what I'm saying? But it was like even after I finished with, running, after I get done with running, people coming up to me saying, or my teammates coming up to me saying, oh, good job, I thought you was gonna sell. Fuck, man. Fucking iPhone stores wanna be money hungry, wanna get money from niggas, man. But bro, yeah, bro. I just remember when I first won my medal, it was like energy shifted, bro. And I remember when one of my teammates even, texted me, I think like 2 days later, and the nigga was like, "Oh, yo, bro, good job on getting that medal, cause I believed in you, but like half of our teammates didn't believe in you, So in my head, I'm like, what the fuck? But even like right after the relay, right, like right after I got done running, it was on some type of timing of like even the relay people coming up to me talking about some, oh man, good job, man. I thought you was gonna sell. And mind you, bro, in my head, bro, I'm not no soft ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm not no soft ass nigga. But to me, like, it's still like, damn. Because y'all niggas really ain't believe in me. None of y'all believed in me. I was the only one that believed in me. And to be honest, I think it was not only the fact that I won this, but I also think that it was it was that started to give me hunger. Because I was already going through depression, and anxiety and shit, and I was feeling like I wasn't feeling good, you know. So I wanted to feel better with something that would move my body, you know. And when I started track, cause yeah, like I was already doing boxing and shit, But then I stopped because I moved for a couple months, and it's like I came to, cause I'm from New York, and I came to New Jersey, and I remember when I first moved, like for the first like 2-3 months, I was only able to do push-ups because we didn't have enough. Like my mom and my family, we didn't have enough money to like get a new gym membership because them boxing gym memberships be costing a lot of money. So I remember I was just in the crib just doing, you feel me, repping out push-ups. I used to like in the morning, I used to do like 150 push-ups. Then I would do like 5-minute planks, go to school, come back, probably just get, like, what I would do, I would just walk up and down like a long ass hill. And just the time I didn't really have no like step tracking app or none of that. I wasn't on the fitness app that Apple give you. So I was just going based over how tired I was. So I was probably only doing like 8,000 steps, but like it was just the point of like I still wanted more for myself, but I think once I had that competition and I had people doubt me and I did what I knew I could always do, that's what gave me that hunger of like, I'm everything that I know that I am. So I want to reel this back in. I started kind of ranting, but you got to get addicted to this, bro. You got to get addicted to this shit. You got to get addicted to the growth, to the grind, to everything that comes with this shit. Because I'll be honest with you, bro. Like, a lot of these people on the internet, they're going to try to paint you an image, bro. If I even get one person to watch this and understand that, yo, this shit get deeper than just the physical. Like, it gets deeper than just the physical. Sports, life is mental, bro. Gangster, All of this is mental. None of this is physical, bro. And if I can get one person to just understand that, yo, like, if you able to fix your mental, if you able to do something that, you know, could really have you with a passion, you will lower your anxiety. You will lower your depression. A lot of the internet, they try to paint their life as so, my life is perfect. My nigga, your life is not perfect, bro. Nobody's life is perfect. Nobody that you see on the internet, life is perfect. My life is not perfect, bro. It's far from perfect. Even when I get the money and shit, and I get clout and all that, I don't care. Let me chill. I'm a kid, but it's not about getting the money. It's about who I'm gonna become when I get there, or who I'm gonna become going to get there. Getting there, y'all get what I'm saying? This shit is deeper than the mental, bro. You gotta get addicted to your craft, because if you don't, bro, you're gonna lose. There's somebody out there right now that's working harder than you, that wanted more than you, bro. So stop thinking that this shit is sweet. It's not. But focus on you. Don't overthink. Oh man, son, I'll be honest with you, I struggle with that shit too. I be thinking all the time, like, man, I need to do one more rep. Somebody working harder than me. But then, hold on, let me put this shit back. But I always be thinking that, you know, somebody working harder than me. But, you know, yeah, you know, that's the case. But if you, the battle is really only with yourself, bro. I'll be honest with you, the battle is really only with yourself. And as long as you're able to keep on going one more day. It's not about doing 120 meter repeats or doing the hardest workout.